Now, it's been a tough week for China Eastern Airlines as it was flooded with customer demands for compensation over delayed flights. Will Black has the details.
This week, 14 China Eastern Airlines planes refused to land and returned to their departure points in southwestern Yunnan province. On April 3rd, the airline announced that severe winds had forced the planes to return, rejecting some media reports of a pilot strike.
Due to the bad weather in Yunnan on March 31st, some of our flights had to return to departure airports.
The explanation isn't satisfying some of the passengers affected by the delays, as many of them have decided to take the airline to court.
We are preparing all the evidentiary support for a lawsuit. We need to protect our legal rights.
Some of the 14 flights were delayed for nearly 20 hours, and the airport terminals were crowded with anxious passengers waiting for their planes.
China Eastern says the delay was caused by the bad weather. When asked why other airlines' flights were not affected, China Eastern said different airlines have different takeoff standards.
Yunnan's flight routes include popular tourist destinations, and many carriers operate in the region. But China Eastern was the only airline affected. Industry insiders believe the returning flights were caused by something other than weather conditions.
Personally, I don't think the Chinese Eastern Airlines dispute was caused by a pilot strike. If pilots really went on strike, they shouldn't even bother to take off, then fly back. They could simply refuse to fly the plane. I believe the pilots were just making a point to their employer. It's just a passive way to express their dissatisfaction.
Industry insiders say the root of the problem is a shortage of pilots in China. They also say the rights of pilots should be protected, but not through improper means, which sacrifice the interest of passengers. Analysts are calling for China Eastern to compensate affected travelers as possible, saying the problem was caused by an internal issue and not the weather. Will Black, CCTV.